on May 23rd.
Oh, you go, girl.
Okay, at Beautyville, and it's gonna be a nice time of mini manicures and
Oh, you're smart.
and all kinds of.
Because I was gonna like offer to be your marketing director pro bono, and first thing I want to do is get some kid on TV crying in torn clothes and just copy that whole send money to Guatemala program. Huh? Talk about because that works, right?
But we have to be very sensitive to children too.
That was a terrible joke, but you understand where I'm
Yes,
going with it, okay?
yes.
That you've got no presents. Okay, so for my teeny little experiment going on here, you now have some sort of presence. You're going to come back. The girls are hosting the show, and then my director, Beck, when is the open date in like 2 weeks from now that they're available? What day of the week's best for you girls? A day like today, a Thursday? Choose a day.
I have final exams next week, so anything.
Okay, tell me, how's your busy schedule looking for week after next?
Looking good.
Halfway through May, what do you got?
Pretty open.
Okay,
We'll make it work.
show me. Okay, so,
Right
well,
there.
you couldn't come back next week. That's a little too soon, so let's get you back May.
Before May 20th.
Oh, I'm gonna be. You're coming back May 19th. It's a Sunday. Ha! We're not on. We replay on that day. We'll probably be replaying this show this Saturday or Sunday. I'll let you girls know. Okay. Send the word out. But on May 4th, no, May 13th, a Monday. Do you think a Monday would work for everybody? You guys are coming back on May 13th. It's a Monday. And you will be the hostesses. No pun intended.
All right.
Okay? Because we need to get the work out there like that. And then Cowie, you know what? You've had 30 kids go through in just 4 years. You've been involved with this for more than that, more than about 3 times longer. You've adopted 3 children yourself. Okay? Can I just get a word of wisdom from you? You must have learned an incredible amount. What can you tell us, or just what have you learned that sticks in your brain? Let's say you were like, this is your last. We're gonna bury you in a few minutes. So you'd give us your last words, would you please? What has we got out of this?
Give the children love. And it's, you hear it all the time, but it's for these children, it's so much of what they need. Just the very simple loves, hugs, kisses. The children I have currently really, sadly, didn't even know how to kiss when they came. They came to us on Christmas Eve. They didn't know what kissing was.
How old?
2-year-old and 3-year-old sisters.
Now, I could imagine that the more kids you've got in the house, it really helps, because then they can see the behavior from in their own age groups or slightly above or below, right? It must really help in that sense. But then again, who's got the ability or the mentality to take 3, 4, 5, and 8 children into their home at one time? And I guess after a certain number, you hit the critical mass where you're getting enough money from the state program, because let's put it out there, volunteers, you do get it per diem for this, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Go ahead, Stephanie, give us your pitch on how to get, why would somebody want to get into this, or what person would fit this
Yeah.
category?
People who are interested in becoming resource caregivers do get room and board reimbursement from the state. The room and board reimbursement right now is $529 per month per child, and so the state provides that assistance for them. And then in addition to that, we have an array of support services that are provided by Family Programs Hawaii. Support groups, as Kawi had mentioned, trainings, we have respite. The state also provides the families with 10 days of respite per year. They recognize that this is a high burnout thing, and families need support. So,
I think they need more money, because my God, a $530. Oh, some Cowie's smiling. Yeah, I'm preaching to the choir, because for $530, that usually sounds like something that occurs in a day or two, or the overtime for catching that goofball who escaped out of the paddy wagon that day. But they spent $20,000 to go catch this poor ice head. And by the way, he didn't show up for bail. He got out on bail, didn't show up the next time, right? Okay, so, and then this measly $520-something a month for an entire child's life. What do you think about that, Cowie?
I agree with it, and we actually have another bill that's been going through the legislature to try and increase that amount for all of the resource caregivers. It's been the same of $529 for 22 years.
22 years. Okay, gang. Say that one more time, please.
It's been $529 for 22 years.
And what the heck's been going on? Who dropped that ball? Because again, 20 years ago they determined, well, $530, that's a lot of money 20 years ago, relatively speaking. And now, like I said, it's overtime for like 2 or 3 police officers for a day. Okay, so if we want, and again, there's no money in it, but then it's the chicken and the egg, right? Because if you don't fund this, and then you have an underserviced programs, so will you then have a failure in your program, and then you will have people creating crime, destroying their lives, spreading mayhem through their children and their relatives' lives, eventually ended up in a penal system, in which case the public is now paying exorbitant more money than $525 a month to take it. Right?
That's true.
See, I learned something today. I hope the rest of you did. Pardon me. Thank you, all 3 of you, for coming here and sharing that with us and educating. That's what we do here. You're welcome, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you're coming back as the hostesses on what day was it?
May 13th.
May 13th.
You always wanted to be a hostess, didn't you, Stephanie?
I did.
Well, this is your chance.
Thank you.
We need a guitar player though. I
Oh,
don't know
I'm sure one of you's
if
got
our
it.
talent,
Oh, bring
Can match
Rocco and all the
yours.
kids and dogs. And then I'm coming up, and I'm not kidding, to make a little movie at your house one day. It's going to be fantastic. Thanks again, man.
thank you.
All right, your solar guy Jeff Davis saying, I hope you got your cup of tea today. If you didn't, well, maybe you'll get it tomorrow. I'm really not going to take the tea out of it for not getting a cup of tea out of what we just discussed. That's your own Kuleana. There's one thing I do have a problem with, and that is the fact that we live in the Aloha state, that it's a Polynesian word, and it's associated with Hawaii, and people don't even say it, let alone live it. Isn't that a mind blower? And how many of you have been in this state for more than 9 months who've never even said aloha? You give me a break. It's real easy. First thing you do, here's your little lesson for the day. You take it into your language, and you start saying aloha. By the way, what does it mean? It means everything. Everything positive. Thank you. Thanks for getting out of my way. Thanks for helping me. Thanks for saying thank you. It means hi. It means goodbye. It means I love you. Okay, so you say aloha. Pretty soon you start thinking about, oh, you know, this aloha thing makes a lot of sense because it's coming from my heart. And here we go. Okay, it's coming from my heart. Next thing you do, first thing you do, by the way, is you treat yourself with aloha. And if you don't treat yourself with aloha, how are you going to give it to other people? So, you know, hug the keikis, feed the fish, feed the dog, your significant other. But first, take care of yourself, gang. It all starts at yourself. Give yourself aloha. Next thing you do, you're giving other people aloha. Next thing you know, they're giving other people aloha. In that very simple way, we change the world in a very better way. And we live in Hawaii. So man up and say, aloha. I had fun today. Thank you, girls. You've been so wonderful in the work you do. Thanks to my executive producer, Ms. Beck, and Salem and everybody else. I'm in a great mood by being around such beautiful people. Aloha.